Okie dokie. Oh, I missed a slime pack. Bummer. Okay. I was working on the thumbnail. Do I want to do that more? Or do I want to actually do some development? Do I want to tweak some things? I don't know. I got a job now though, so that's something. And then I'm gonna lose all my time for working on the game anyway. Oh, that's a UI element? Oh, I never even finished figuring out the logo last time. Let alone the, Why are you tilted again? Is that gonna look like anything if I put a pipe in the back or nah? I'm afeared it is not gonna look like anything. Okay, like I said, do I want to work on the thumbnail or do I want to work on some other game? Well, because I need to fix the shininess of the slimes. I need to... what I meant was to just slap one of these in here. Oh, I did have a spawn pipe anyway. Oh, slap a new one in. 2? Alright, 2. Yeah, I'll wait until after the ad break to then celebrate the fact that I have a job. Well, it's just because I was kind of doing paperwork and kind of... This is just going to put all the focus on the pipe because all the lines are going to be pointing at it without really saying what the game is. Okay, and the background is not attached to the camera. Okay, maybe we do one version that is not and one version that is. How did that change the color so drastically? Okay, there. So let's put it inside the camera. And we rotate it around this 90. The UI element looks backward, meaning... So how about a negative 90? There we go. And then if I move it back that away... There. I'm employed, I have a job again. I was signing paperwork today. So it hasn't really felt all that real. But... Well, and it's also just odd to me because I was expecting one job and I got a different one. I got an email that said, yeah, we would like to hire you if we can find the money. So I was just expecting that to be the job that I got. And then the recruiter from the other job said, oh, hey, can you talk? Oh, hey, can we do an interview today? Oh, hey, we would like to offer you a position. It's like, gee whiz, that was fast. Oh, so this is... So it is inside of the level, it's not a UI element, it was just attached to the camera. Again, that's nothing! Why? This has been the hardest, okay, not the hardest. This has been one of the hardest parts of the game, is to just come up with a flippin'... Do they know what they're getting into? Are you saying, do they know what the job is, or are you saying, do they know what I do? Because they did see my portfolio, and they did see the gnome, and said, hey, that's cool, that's cute. So, if you're talking me and my brand and aesthetics... I don't fluff and know, bruv. Okay, let's shove you over into the middle. Let's shove this pipe over here. Yeah, hop on for an immediate ad break. Yeah, that was one of those, like, if you just come in, like, 5 minutes late, then that's what you'll get hit with, unfortunately. But it's better than you just open the stream and get hit with ads, because those are the ones that I can't do. I'm like, I just want to see what the person's up to. I want to see what the stream looks like. And when I get hit with an ad immediately, it's hard to do. Launching the Steam page tomorrow. Nice. I'm gonna do it someday. Except now I have less time to work on the game, so who knows. There's also the possibility that I just give up, as I've done with every other project I've done. It's this weird thing of like, oh yay, I have a job again. Oh no, all my time is gone again. Not that I was spending my time well either, so. Gonna get it on Steam, you're not gonna let me give up. Yeah, I know. That's not anything either! I came up with what I think is an interesting mechanic and an interesting game that is also just not easy to visualize. Which I know is not the... have your project on your PC, you can get it on Steam. In my stead, if I'm ever gone. I guess, yeah, because I have kept the Unity version control fairly up to date, so... I guess it's true, you could just release the game for me before I release it. Be, kind of rude. That's the dangers of, letting somebody else have access to the project, I suppose. Dadgummit, they're twitchy. Yeah, I don't know if it's adding to the aesthetic or not to have it kind of bounce after it goes by. Okay, I'm not gonna lower the opacity of the arrows at some point, right? I can, I hadn't thought about it, but I certainly can. Again, this is all just like I'm standing on the shoulders of this game. Of which they don't have an opacity to the arrows. I mean, it probably would help. Steam? Are you okay? Apparently not. I think we've well established that I have no eye for aesthetics or like things that look good. So okay, I could try adding some kind of transparency to it. If I do half, maybe? The arrows are extremely distracting and overcrowding the scene. I mean, that's kind of the point, though. I'm like, okay, so if I look at something like shapes or something, like, if I can. Which is a factory game, it's not a... Yeah, there's a bunch of arrows everywhere. Like, I like the same... Okay, I guess they're a lot closer to the color of the background. The point is to make people hate what they're seeing. No, I'm not the guy making that game. That's a different guy. You've got me confused with a different game. But there is somebody who is actually distinctly making that as a game. That is, Oh, it was supposed to... It's like some kind of visual test. I don't remember what the game is called. But it's specifically like... Here's a bunch of optical illusions. That's like a first-person... I think it was basically one of those just like dodge the obstacles while you fly down a tunnel kind of a thing. But I mean, you might hate what you're seeing. We have different aesthetics. Oh no, that's even more noticeable now. Okay, that's a lot better. God balls. I just barely tweak it. It's like, yeah, no, that's a lot better. I mean, I could cut down on the number of arrows and stuff. I don't really know what would help. Yeah, there just needs to be some kind of arrows. And I think having a lot of arrows does give it some sense of... Like, it makes it seem like there's a lot going on screen. Man, and then I keep having the idea for some other, like, idle game go through my head that's like... I just... Or, like I said, I just give up and start doing YouTube videos of, look, I made, I generated something, but... You can put the opacity way lower. You're thinking, like, make him basically invisible? I mean, probably. Is there another game that uses, like, an arrow? Yeah, but this is also not a good example because... Oh, I don't know. No, get gameplay. Arrow, I was gonna say, they got an arrow that is... There's no opacity on that. Ah, there is, I lied. I'm full of it. It's still fairly bright. I don't know, is there another game that does this kind of... people want to see it. People want to see it, will see it, since they are also animated. Yeah, it does add... There's a lot of motion, so... Yeah, I suppose that's subtler. And this is the other reason I haven't put up a Steam page. Because I just keep changing the core visuals of the game. It's just never gonna happen at this rate. I don't know why I get into these defeatist modes, like, constantly. I just am so defeatist. And yet I just keep working on stuff, too, is the other thing. I'm like, how am I so negative and pessimistic about all of the things that I do, and yet I also keep doing things? It's just not... What do you think you're doing? How did this happen? Every single other one of these is fine. You're going that way, and then that way, and that way, and that way, and then that way, and then that way, and then that way. And then that way, and that way, that way, that way. And then this one decided I'm gonna fucking do whatever I want, and then it goes back to... there. Great. Oh, and you're already this far with this game. Is this with the, Elthan's art? I mean, they're definitely different guys. It very much, I was gonna say, the eye style very much looks like Elthan, so... Well, congrats that you're gonna have 3 games done before I even get a Steam page up for 1. Even Phil's gonna have an entire Bopple Battle with different gravity game up before I even... Like I said, I'm moving slower. It's just I'm taking my sweet time, as in I'm gonna be dead before I release anything. That's fine, I tried. Elthan's cooking. I was gonna say, because I don't recognize those assets in terms of, like, already existing assets. I don't like the fact that this thing's bugged out. Go ram it. It does look better with the low opacity. Okay, I was struggling with a thumbnail. I don't want to struggle with the thumbnail again right now. It's because I half-asked the, like, does this game have a character in it or not? And it's like, well, it has a slime. And that's it. Because that's what I kept looking at. It's like, okay, here's a lot of screenshots that are, like, 2 characters. One being, like, a player character and one being, like, an enemy. And then I don't have... Yeah, like here, there's 2 cats. I guess 4 cats, but still, there's 2 cats. There's 2 knights. I guess that doesn't really count, but... Yeah, but I was looking at it here... Just because I like the other thumbnail. But it's like there's 2 characters here. There's the player character, there's an enemy. And then this, the Hyper Bun Buster, is the one that I keep getting close to. And it's like there's 2 characters. There's the enemy and the other character. Can also make the arrows full opacity, but really close color to the tiles so it's low contrast and not distracting. This would help blend the arrows into each other when they intersect. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because I think they are getting a little more noisy now that they have this opacity on them. Well, and that was the other idea, is to also have them change... The gradient of the arrows change over time. Oh, this is making me say that there might be like a bunch of arrows bunched up right there. Okay, well, since you said it, let's try that too. I guess this has that other weird gray that I'm using. So we'll bump that back up, but then... Where's my, like, sidewalk? Except that's a shader. Which is not really a gray necessarily, but whatever. We'll just say it's some, like, close to white and then do that. Incoming tire iron throws it? You came into the stream to throw a tire iron at me? Rude. Well, I dodged it. Because your throw was so weak, I didn't even have to move. Get wrecked. Okay, no, I very much like... the low contrast is a little... I did a little too low of a contrast there. Make it a little darker. Yeah, I still don't have button spawning animations. I still don't... I also want to do a lot to change the, like... actually adding... Well, I want to modify the buttons, or at least I want to have an ability for the player to modify the buttons, because I think that's what makes something like Balatro interesting. Is that you can modify the cards. Yeah, I was gonna say, I did this 8 or like 10, and I'm like, it actually is still... Yeah, it's kind of working with the low contrast, so... Comes from behind, throws rabid squirrel head, and hits head. Wait, okay, comes from behind, throws rabid squirrel, hits head. Oh god, there's a squirrel in my... wait, what is it, And then, just about then, a little ditty started going through my head. Oh god, get it off, get it off, get it off, oh god, get it off! Ah! Okay, no, I think I like the... Give me my ugly gray, and then make it that just opaque, and hide the fact that it's an ugly gray. I don't want something aesthetic. I'm like, give me... Yeah, and then there's gonna be the thing of like, well, even, whatchamacallit has some kind of aesthetic. What's the... Man, what's the game? A direct hit. What browsers do I have installed? I mean, it's just Chrome. I think technically I have Edge and maybe Firefox, but oh, do you want me to test some kind of something or other? Thank you for the hydrate. Oh, what's that game that has that, like, intentionally very, combative art style? Not combative, but, like... There's a game that goes out of its way to be, like, very extra with its art style, and I don't remember what it is. So... on Edge, the game is lagging. And... only lags on full screen. Okay, well that's Chrome, and I can also do some edging, since you want me to try that too. That's gonna pop up in Chrome, ain't it? So, copy. What do you flipping mean? I meant the link? Oh, the address of the chat? No, the link. You can see that there's a link there. Okay, well, do that and that. Okay, let's see if it is lagging on my computer. Yeah, see, maybe I should just do like an isometric angle here. Well, I keep looking at like... It looks like it might be lagging. Unless that is how it's supposed to load. Music? I like it, but shut up for now. This is a very early version of the game. A lot of things, especially visually, will change. I'm mostly looking for feedback on the pacing and the overall feel of the game. Good luck, have fun. Yeah, okay, so I guess if you have a Steam page up for what is a very early version of the game with a lot of things, especially visually, will change. That still means I have to come up with some kind of thumbnail, even if it's all going to change anyway, so... Don't need to play the game just to see if it's lagging. Congrats on your first day of orbital dynamics. I'm Riley, your supervisor. I believe I somewhat remember this. This doesn't seem to have changed much. I believe the visuals have been improved here. Okay. It appears to be running okay. Oh, and then I don't remember what the debug things are for the dev to let me just have all the levels. Was that not enough for anything? Boo. Oh, it was one away from anything. Boo, hiss, boo. There we go. Have you gotten better at identifying the direction that arrows move? Sure, just buy everything. Just my one problem with this kind of game. That's why I don't do incrementals much. Because eventually... Yeah, because it's like you don't need to worry about decisions. You just eventually click all the buttons and then you're done. Oh, heck yeah. But no, it does not appear to be having any problems on my edge. Again, you've made an engaging game. Oh, I never did post the fact that I got, my first... I didn't click this one, you lied. I clicked the other one. Go, please. But I got my first successful run of Replicat on mobile. Okay, I'm good. I don't need to play the whole game. I'm just saying if it lags on Edge. And it's just you gotta upgrade your system. That's... or don't use Edge. Which I guess is, again, not a reasonable ask, but... Get back to the... I need to release it? I don't need to release it. I haven't released anything else I've made. No, I'm up to like 50 different projects, so... Do I like the itch page? I guess I can go back to it and I do. Yeah, no, it entirely works. I mean, you don't have to do much to make an itch page look good, just so long as you switch out the background and the... Like, no, this definitely looks good and has, like, effort put into it. But yeah, I think you really just need a modicum amount of effort for an itch.io page. As long as you've, like... changed out the background and added some amount of text. No, this looks really good because it has all these. This very much looks like what you would see like on a Steam page as well. So, oh, okay, it's just a boilerplate Steam page for now. Oh, and then I had to get I needed a password to get to that anyway. So. Depends on what you're trying to do. You want to stay on the front page for a while? Okay, you want to stay on the front page of itch for a while. I have not tried to optimize for itch at all, ever. I didn't even think about that being a thing. It's so weird that I like this idea, and I like this game a lot, but I don't know how to communicate it. Which, that is a fundamental problem. If you can't figure out a way to say what the game is in a nice screenshot or a thumbnail, then that you've kind of... you're cooked. Because I feel like there's so many games that, like, you can tell just by looking at the screenshot where you're like, oh, it's a bunch of monkeys doing see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. So clearly they're doing, and then they've got a bomb, so you're like, oh, okay, so it's a keep talking and nobody explodes, except different, like asymmetric. Yeah, this gets a little visually busy. I don't know. When you make it public tomorrow, could browse new and popular and look for the incremental tag and find the game and start the game. Leave it open for a while. I appreciate it. Yeah. I mean, I should be around tomorrow. We'll see what I got going on. Because I do got stuff I gotta do for work, even if I'm not fully, yeah, I'm still in the, like, let's get you set up with whatever security stuff, but no, the easy part of, like, can I turn on the game and leave it up? I can do that. That's if that's helpful, that's an easy thing to do, so. And you already helped me try to come up with some kind of idea for the cover. I don't know. Because it's like, it's not a factory game either, is the other problem. Wow, it's like if I look at a game like Luck Be a Landlord, which is somewhat similar, they just do a bunch of symbols. Like, I don't think this is visually the most impressive. So maybe I don't need to have a visually impressive game. Gnome Vtuber, that was the other one. Because that's the same kind of, like... Okay, so they just have the words and the Gnome Vtuber. Okay, I think for a small one, I can do, like, the Plunk logo, just like that. I could squeeze a slime in there, I think. Especially because it's curved. It's like, I could put a slime here. But then if I look at the full thumbnail, it's a character. And they just don't have any kind of background. I think the slime doesn't really do enough, though. I think the best screenshots are the ones, thumbnails. I think the best thumbnails are where you can get the entire game into a single screenshot. Like the emotions of the game, like the actions of the game. It's like, okay, it's about climbing a peak, and it's co-op, and you have friends. Like, this, I think, is a peak. It's a peak thumbnail. In a very literal sense, and in a very... like, it's a peak thumbnail. It just is. What was the other one? Content warning is another one that does the same kind of friend slop. Okay, it's you and your mates doing a goofy pose. Okay, and then like I said, if I keep looking at roguelikes, it's... I think a lot of these have two characters. And I just don't have that second character. I just have a single slime, and I'm like, I do have the one, whatchamacallit. I made a single enemy, but it's not actually a thing that you do anything with in the game, so... Well, and I could just have some buttons floating around in the background, I suppose. Yeah, but even here, yeah, there's a bunch of other stuff going on here, but the kind of big things are the two guys and kind of the two castles, I guess. But yeah, there's a character, and then there's the thing that they're looking at. The spire. And then some cards. There's a character, and there's kind of what you're doing in the game. Yeah, this is the thing that inspired me to do that other angle, so... what was the capsule that you sent at the end of the last stream? Fugue? Oh man, I looked at it and I thought it was not a bad fugue shot. Yeah, okay. I did look at it, I did think it was not too bad of an idea, but I think it also falls into the category of you got two guys. You got the little slime guy, and you got everything else. And I don't have the everything else. I don't know if I can, like, put a pile of buttons here, but I don't know if that would, like... What's that one roll game? It's not just roll, is it? And not Steven's sausage roll. Yeah, okay, this has a little guy with a oh, that's literally the big one. They do very good contrast, and then here's... Yeah, they didn't put a sausage roll in the thumbnail? How do you not put a sausage in a game? It says Steven's sausage roll. You have Steven and you don't have the sausage roll? Really? What objects do you have that you can use? Slime, pipes, buttons, what else? Well, there's other stuff that I've, you know, possibly thought about. I mean, that's definitely got contrast to it. And I guess it is sitting at very positive. It's like it's sitting at a good number of reviews, so... I don't know, maybe I don't have to get much more complex than just like, here's a slime and here's the word plunk. I kind of want to put the buttons. Like I said, it's just the thumbnails I think are the best. That... Yeah, and the only problem with the original, like... and that's kind of what Rack and Slay... It's like, because I kind of would want to do, like, what Rack and Slay does, but Rack and Slay also has multiple guys. It's got the enemy and it's got the hero character. This, and then based on the lines, you can kind of see... I don't think they really needed this. Like, the extra... scary 8-ball in the background feels a little unnecessary. Imagine the car is the slime. Yeah, no, that definitely works. Oh, this never ended up on my wish lists. I did see this and I thought, hey look, it's that game that Phil made. Or rather, it's a rope game. It's definitely not a bad idea. Which, it really just goes back to, like, okay, if I put the camera back at that isometric angle, I think it's because I kept trying to put this slime central, so maybe if I just don't do this slime as like a central thing. Well, see, the best part is gonna be, I'm gonna sit here like saying, no, maybe, until finally everybody gives up. See, that's the thing. I just can't come up with a decision I like enough. That's also not true either. It's... I do eventually hit a point where... Okay, so I'm kind of reverting it back to what it was before. So let's do... So if I'm trying to get it to... like there. Oh, I guess just negative 45. I guess that would make sense. Okay, and then there's actually a pretty good, like, height to it. So that you can't actually see the... Well, and that was going back to the... customize it. Might have been a bit much. Okay, maybe we're like at 20. There we go. Okay, so that lets me still have the title. And personally, I like it a little more central, but I guess it doesn't have to be. I was a little surprised that Frog Block did not do, like, here's a frog as a prominent thing, because you'd think with a name like Frog Block, if you spell it right. Frog Block? Yeah, where it's another one of those, it's just the text. I'm like, you can barely make out the frog. Or the block. Like, yeah, it's a screenshot of the game, but like... just do the frog and the block next to each other. You've got the two words that say what the game is. For the screenshots, you could do that, but... I feel like this is just a bit of a misfire. Because I think the frog looks great. I think the block looks great. I think the visuals of the game are fantastic. And yet this does not really tell you anything about it. Oh, and like I said, Robot Detour has that off to the side. And it does have the little guys and stuff. Oh, what was that one that I really liked? Because there was another one that I really liked. It's something like Electrogle or something. Electrological? Except it's not electrological, it's Electrogle. It's something like that. Gosh dang it, I'm adding too many... I'm adding too many letters. It's not electrological, it's something like that. Electrogle. Yeah. Electrogle. Electrological flows off the tongue for me better. Yeah, this is another one where it's just kind of like... I think this looks great, but... yeah, and then if I put the little slimes and stuff, that's probably gonna get too busy. Well, I have the character. It's like, this doesn't really have a character to latch onto, but I have a character to latch onto. I lied. I don't know. It's got this thing. Okay, there is some kind of mascot character that they could have used. Shoot, I just had another... oh, Color Factory. That's what it's called, right? It's just called Color Factory. You see, like, Mecha Chameleon there. This is one of those ones where I'm like, that's a perfect thumbnail. It tells you exactly... I guess it needs another guy. But otherwise, it's like, it's a paint and hide. Just to tell you that it's a co-op game. I guess this does kind of a low angle, too. And then just has, like, the two main guys, but then a whole bunch of guys in the background. Yeah, okay. I kept trying to go towards, like, this kind of thing, and it just was not working, so... let's just try the little character again. Yeah, and then I'm like, you know, can I just get rid of this? Bring back the character. balls. Oh, wait, I gotta turn this on and then turn everything else off. Okay, and I like to look into the right. I think that's a little... Oh, lighting-wise, that's definitely better. I don't know why the lighting's being heckin' weird. Oh, I do know why the lighting's being heckin' weird, because this is not a background element, this is a attached to the camera element. Okay, I missed some things. The gnome that has 3D capabilities on a 2D phone screen that has been employed again, meaning he has been employed at least twice in his life, is something that I was not expecting on a 2026 bingo card. Has 3D capabilities? Are you talking about the game being 3D? Because, like, my character is fully 2D. But I am a Gnome Vtuber. That is, I have in fact been employed, and I am in fact employed again. I did it. Although that is reminding me of the, like... have you ever quit smoking? It's like, well, depending on how you answer, you can take it as, like, either person is currently smoking or has quit smoking. So either way, they were smoking. So either way, I was employed at one point. Okay, and then I don't need to do it at this angle if I am doing... Okay, also, I had a background that was not attached to the camera, right? Yes, I did have a background that was not attached to the camera. Because that's probably a good idea. Why do I have two backgrounds that were attached to the camera? Every time I make something. Always, like, the heck was I thinking? Oh, this was just a matter of lighting, where I'm like, okay, the lighting looks funky. It's called make it a UI element, and then you don't have to worry about lighting. See, and then I could just go back over to the icon. There we go. And then we just put plunk on top of that. Actually, why does the lighting look okay in this scene? How did I screw up the lighting so bad in that other scene? I do need to remake the icon because of the... I actually added the eye mask. I gotta figure out the reflection here, though, too. Well, there is just nothing else in the world for it to reflect, so it's gonna reflect the default skybox, but... Like, if I look at a pinball, it's gonna reflect the world around it. This is a pinball machine. No, the actual ball. I typed in pinball. I meant the... I guess that is the... Yeah, pinball machine would be the game, right? Okay, give me a pinball ball. Which, yes, is a reflection of the world around it. Which I guess is also making me say, is there another default skybox that I can use? Kind of thing. Because I think the default Unity skybox is not doing me any favors. I think I do kind of want to mess with, like, reflections, though. Okay, so now if I just took this, you can copy a scene, right? Well, that's what I did a few times over, so... Let's do it again! The scenes folder? I guess I could save it as a scene template and then make it another Sure, why not? Oh, I get no. It should go under cover. Yeah, no, that's right. Okay, I've never actually messed with a scene template. What does that even do? Okay, so now he's seen from a scene template. Aha. Okay, so what scene is this now? Untitled. Okay, so this will be cover 4. And do it again. Let's see, scenes. Cover 4. We're gonna try again. And make yet another. What? Why? What do you mean? I hit save and you decide to ruin the camera angle that was there. Or the ball? I didn't hit play or anything. How am I this bad at anything? Okay, you should be decorative anyway. What the fluffin' heck? Why is this one not doing anything, but then I save it as a template and then suddenly it's doing things? What? Why? Okay. Let me hit play. The what was so loud? It's because I'm shouting. I'm shouting. This is yelling. Okay, so now this is fine. It went into the background there for a second. No shouting. Do I need to make that a redeem? No shouting. I don't shout that often. Mic peaking is bad. Yeah, but also, you complain if I mess with the mic settings. It's too quiet, it's too loud, it's too... Okay, yeah, give me a UI canvas element that is an image that is the... Oh, the background brick I still need to switch out as an element too. Oh, I figured I would... Okay, maybe that's why I was doing it as a... Okay, no canvas element. Hear distortion? You don't want to hear distortion? You don't want raw, unfiltered game development? You want to watch it through a devlog? That's it? I haven't done devlogs in so long. Okay, it's just... I always get it wrong. Okay, no, this is another one of those where you attach it to the camera. Reset it. And then 90. Wait, I have a back... Do I have the background as a prefab? That would make sense. No, I don't. Well, I can cause you to not cast shadows. Okay, not bronze, brick. Okay, I lied about the size. I, again, lied about the size. Alright, man, what's the other one have? Oh, I think I might sit. It's been an hour, and I feel like I have accomplished nothing, as I do every single time I sit down to do the stream or anything. Okay, what's this background? Okay, you know, duh. I just said, you know what would be a good idea is to go here and to take the background element here and turn it into a prefab. No, I can't make it a prefab because it's already a prefab from main camera. Ugh, okay. It's gonna mess up the lighting or something though if I do that, right? No? Okay. If you're not gonna mess up the lighting, that's fine by me. Is that gonna mess up the lighting? No? And the UI camera can go away. Shoot. Why does the background color look different? Is the scene lit differently in the... Okay, I was gonna sit. Okay, but that tells me what this is 100 by 100. But it looks like that amount of brick. So is that a matter of pulling this closer? Okay, close enough. It does look like a different brick color, so... I was buying dog food, but yeah, they said you were loud. It's part of the process. Okay, I'll... I could go mute if I'm too loud. Go ram it. Oh, and now I moved it from where it was. And again, I don't know if this is anything. Well, complaining is most certainly part of the process. There is an inordinate amount of bitching and moaning. You cannot take that away from me. This is not... I took what I liked and then I changed it. It's because I thought I could just slap a background in the background and then it just wasn't happening. Okay, we're gonna... Okay, yeah, back it up as much as I can. Oh, that's smaller. So how about like a 75? $50? This doesn't need to be exact either. Okay, something like that. Was I settled on this as the... Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, doesn't matter, doesn't matter. Okay. That's going to be what it's going to be for now, because we're just trying some things and then saying, nope, that's not it yet either. That's the thing in Krita. I want the not-so-Krita version. The PUBG image. The PNG image. Oh, this is Plunk Logo V2, I guess. Plunk Logo V35. Ordered something as a surprise in the order because I had to spend $100 to get a $30 gift card and was about to immediately say the surprise. Yep. If you had an exclamation point, you can have purple to complete the rainbow. Yes, I know. I thought about that, but that's... I don't want to name the game with an exclamation point. Is the thing. It's like, if I look at the games on Steam that have punctuation, there is not a lot. I guess Yu-Gi-Oh! I guess one of the biggest franchises ever. I guess even Pokemon. Wait a second. Because Pokemon has a little umlaut or something, right? Or is it just Pokemon? Yeah, no, it's got a little extra... Maybe that's the secret. Okay, highest grossing media franchises? Yeah, Pokemon Go does. Well, yeah, Pokemon has a little, extra... Yeah. Pokemon definitely. Mickey Mouse and Friends has an ampersand. Winnie the Pooh has dashes. Star Wars is the first. Okay, so if I want to be in the upper echelon of $50 billion, because that's entirely possible for me. I mean, even Minecraft, the world's biggest game, is nowhere to be even seen on this list. There's no Minecraft? Puzzle and Dragon? Okay, there's Minecraft. Okay, but it's only in the 2 to 4 billion. So think you just wanted the purple. Think you just wanted the full rainbow, so you can go full gay with the... I don't know if that's what I want. Well, and then it's like looking at all of these, there's like very little that use a lot of color or anything. It's like a lot of just here's white text, which makes sense because it's like that's gonna give you the most contrast. I guess that one's not white text, but there's a lot of white and black text. I guess it's white with a pink background instead. Oh, that's red. Yeah, it's just straight up white and black. Yeah, Tito was the one that I was looking at where I'm like, that's kind of what I've got going on. Is Tito. Also, hello, hello. What is this goblin? It's adorable. Glogia? No, Glog... Okay, Gloggy arrive? Interesting. I do like me a goblin. There's still part of me that's thinking... Maybe. Do I want to have a goblin form? Thank you for the hydrate. I've drunk like no water today. Yeah, and this one's just doing, here's the text, here's the little guy. I think my little guy isn't cutting it. And then if I do the new logo here. Oh, great. Where did I save it? There it is. You can be saved to the logo spot, please. Or to plunk, rather. Okay. And then... Because all I wanted to do was just make the... whatchamacallit? Sprites. No, that's... there we go. Oh, I guess I could have said hi, beyond just... Because if it's a new time, a new first... it's been a while since I've had a new person stop by, but hello, welcome. I'm a game dev gnome that does pixel art and game development, which... I haven't really done any pixel art recently, have I? What was the last pixel art that I did? It's been a while. There, and then we'll just completely drop the fourth wall and be like, yep, there's me. Not even, no VTuber or nothing, there's just me. In a dress and everything. Okay. I was gonna go dig through the pixel art. I don't think I've done... I should do some more pixel art again at some point, but... remember when you promised to go drink? You've barely drunk since then? Yeah, no, that's... It's interesting, some days. Yeah, because there was that day recently where I was like, okay, I got up and I worked out and then I drank a bunch of water all day and I got some chores done and it was like... It just is so weird. There's just these some days that roll around where I get everything done in a day, and then there's other days where I'm like, I watched the entirety of a TV show. Oh, I didn't resize the... Why are you not... This is a PNG, right? It's a PNG file. Why are you not letting me import it? It's too big? I need to resize it. There's part of me that wants to do, like, the graffiti, too. To, like, do some, like, make it look like there's paint and dripping kind of thing. But... What was the size of the other one that I did? Okay, well, I definitely can cut it in half height-wise. Okay, width-wise, we'll just hack off, like, 200. And then height-wise, we'll hack off, like... more than? To take a couple of tums at least. Just let it be basic and get it fancy once it's up. Yeah, I know, that's... I just keep thinking that this is gonna be my one shot, my one opportunity. And I don't want to miss my chance to blow. Okay, this should not be affecting anything. So. Okay, here. There we go. Okay, but why are you not taking this? Take it. You... what? Everything else is in there. Take it. What is your problem? Blank logo. Look at V2. It's got a different name. Pretty dang sure this is where I pulled these other things from and put it in here. Why you not liking me? Also, hello, Bookworley. I'm assuming the O is about the fact that I am employed again. I mean, I haven't really properly started the job. I don't think my start day is listed, isn't until next week, but I am doing the preliminary paperwork and all that other stuff. What do you fluffing mean, you dumb? No being loud. Yeah, I know. It's just not working. And I don't understand why not. So if I do another random image... Why does it look like it's doing it up until it doesn't do it? It's like it's kind of responding and kind of not. You're gonna make me quack again? Or you're gonna quack again, rather? Because I haven't done deep breaths for you. And I haven't hydrated, and I'm here to disappoint. It's because I don't want to get hit with the yawn emotes. When I inevitably yawn because I took a deep breath. I just wanted to test what the new logo looks like. Into game. Did that actually put something into the game? Okay, Unity, if you're just gonna be weird and dumb, you go away. It was telling me to take deep breaths again because you were saying it's your one shot. It's not. It's going to be your first game, not your only. Yeah. It's just taken me this long. It's taken me 15 years of making games to get one that's still not on Steam. And I'm like, if it takes me 15 years of effort to get to the next one, I'm gonna be... No, I say as if I've been working on this for 15 years, and I'm like, it's been over a year that I've been working on this particular game. So... Yeah, when I was thinking about, like... Because Steam is gonna ask me what I want to do as the release date. And I'm thinking I'm just gonna put it at straight up... Here's the 2-year mark as the release. I mean, that looks pretty good. I mean, that is a fun touch there, too. To put the eyeballs inside of the P. Or to, you know, kind of put something in the middle of the thing there. Well, and I don't know that I necessarily need to have something in the, Oh, now you've done it! But there's been distractions the last 5 months. Yeah, see, that's just life, though. Life is just gonna do that, though. Okay, so can I, in fact, add the image? Okay, to textures, maybe? Isn't it you just drag the image from here? This is a PNG image, right? This is a PNG image. Just like this is a PNG image. Just like the other things are PNG images. Right? And then I go drag it over into here. Why does it look like it's trying to make it a folder? I thought it was just you drag the image over. Oh, also, thank you for the thumbnail and have fun sleeping. If you, well, you're most likely not here anymore, but goodbye, good night, good luck. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you again for making an attempt at trying to help me. As I continue to brush it off and say, nah, I want to do something else. I want to do... That's close, but not quite. I say for the umpteenth time. Well, and it's like one of these. It's like, oh, I could just do... That's just too busy, though, is the only problem. It's like, it's visually interesting as a screenshot, but it's just too busy as a logo or a thumbnail thing. Why does this not appear to be flipping adding it? Yeah, there's a show in folder, right? Except that's, yeah, show in Explorer, there we go. Yeah, they're PNG files. So we just drag the PNG, we just copy and paste the PNG over. Yeah. Weird. Okay, weird. I'm like, why wasn't it doing it earlier? Oh, what is... Because this rainbow is kind of reminding me of... Not Super Auto Pets. That was another one that I was looking at. That has the, like, here's two characters. I guess I didn't need to look at the Steam version necessarily, but yeah, it's got... It's even got the curved text and everything, and then here's the two characters. And I'm like, I don't have two characters. Yeah, this seems a little simple, but this is actually, like, a lot of the game is just here's two pets that are facing each other, like... I can't really do, like, a slime in one corner and then a button in another. It just doesn't really work. And then Peglin, I think, just uses the logo as the way to show the, like, peg part of the game, so... There is still some kind of background. This logo here is doing a lot. Stupid ad interrupted was gonna say, considering you've only streamed 51 times, including today, since the end of January, when you had been consistent prior. I think accepting that a little distraction has delayed the game. It's not entirely your bad. It's also... It's also me being unemployed. It's slowed me down as well. I hesitate to say you are the entirety of the distraction. Because that just doesn't feel right, but... There's part of me that just keeps wanting to do this, where it's literally like just here's the slime, here's the word, ta-da, that's the whole thumbnail. But it's like, what is the emotion behind it? That's why I think that peak thumbnail is just absolutely peak, because it is the entirety of the game. And it also is the emotion of the game, too. Is that, you know, here's somebody straining to get up the peak. Which I guess this is... Well, I guess Dice of Kalma has... Because this is a game that has literally one character, and it's the Reaper. But they also have the dice. That's the other thing here. Interesting that they basically just added a background between this and the mobile version. It's literally it. They just added a background so you can see everything. Otherwise, it's the same game. Not saying it is a bad thing, I've just been doing other things, yeah. To like the image you made, the eyes and the P is a nice touch. Why are we not doing the one we talked about the other night? It's kind of work. And I can go back to that as the... I think it's because Brainoid gave me a very good resource. That was the stream guide, or Steam capsule guide, I think it was. Yeah, there. We started talking about this Steam capsule guide, and then that made me say, oh, the other logo I had was... Let's see, I had the... ground, and I think the buttons, maybe? And then I think one of these spawn pipes. I think the problem with this one is that the lines, the visuals, kind of were pointing towards something over here in the background. It's like the grid was pointing off of the thing here. I think that's like why that other like Game Bonanza and stuff. Do I still have... Yeah, like Chessplosion here. Like the explosion, all these lines are pointing towards this other like chess piece that's exploding. And it's like the only lines in the scene here are kind of pointing towards this pipe. This is a bunch of nothing, so. It had the 3 buttons in it. Well, they're still there, I just moved the slime over and I moved the camera over. Let's see, can move the slime back and then move the camera back, and by that I mean I think that was the other problem here, is that like this button, oh, and the bumper. There was just a bunch of things on the, I also had the runestone with it. It's just a bit busy. There's like a lot of things on the screen that it's hard to tell what you're supposed to be looking at exactly. It was the same problem I was having with that very first thumbnail that I tried to do. Like here. It's just like there's a lot of elements here. It's like, which one of these are you supposed to look at? And I think I was kind of trying to say this is the central element, but added some other stuff that complicated it. Yeah, just like this. Especially because there's no lines to say which direction you're looking. But it's just a little overly complicated. And if I were doing some kind of arcade game that was like a match 3 that was really trying to call back to like Bubble Bobble, I think that's not a bad idea here, but go back to the one that had the eyes and the P. You talking brainoids? This one? I mean, I could do another, which I guess is just doing a screenshot. Like I said, it's basically just taking this screenshot and adding the word plunk on top of it. I mean, I could do, I just go play the game, because that's the other thing I was messing with, is if I turn on the camera, yeah, there we go. I had this other camera just kind of pointed at the ball at an angle, but I could kind of point it more directly at the character. Okay, so if I go play the game, and just say screw whatever. Yeah, I guess that isn't looking super great with the opacity. There's too many decisions, and I just can't abide by any of them. None of them fill me with confidence. Okay, so then if I hit roll and it's... I don't remember what shoot. Yeah, that is looking a little busy, but it's... It's not Control-Shift-P. It is Control-Shift-P. Aha. Yeah, I kind of need to have a background attached, but... And then I could do like a different angle, like for the logo camera. Instead of doing that side angle, I could just do a straight up, like straight on kind of camera angle. Why is that position? Oh, because it's okay, no, it does need to be back a ways, and then it needs to be up a ways. So yeah. It just doesn't show me with that camera. There's probably a debug that I just don't know, so. What if you actually made the word plunk or just a P with the bumpers? So you took a screenshot while the slime wrote the letter word. Might be a cool image plus ties and the creative element you want people to use in the game eventually. You're talking like the hello? Is that, because cover 2 here, I think, is... I don't know why the camera's all wonkety. Oh, is it because you? Yes, it's got both cameras on. Okay, there. And there. Camera? There we go. I don't know why the thing is not in the middle of the screen. Oh, shoot. Did I not add the drop shadow? I didn't add the drop shadow on this. Gosh dang it. Okay, layer style. Drop shadow. Yeah, I meant to add the drop shadow on this. Dang it. Okay, but that also wasn't the cover that I meant. Yeah, okay, whatever. Save that. Export it as Logo V2. Okay, do I delete it? Yes. Sprites. And then because you were having a hard time last time, show and explore. And then okay, so then this Splunk logo. Oh, I added the shadow in Unity. Oh, whatever. Okay, so that can go away. There. You were distinctly stretched. Why do you look so stretched? Okay. Weird. Here. No, you don't want to give me what it's supposed to default to? I just have to make an educated guess that it's something like that. Okay, I think the new logo's working. But, okay, the other thing... This one, maybe? There, was that the other idea that you meant? Oh, okay. That's an interesting idea. I kind of like the logo that I have. Yeah, this is the other idea I had. Was to just make the level then. But I think this is just a little visually complex. Although, I guess this isn't what the main camera ended up. I can't just have a little guy. Like the logo I have with the P is a different thing. I think if I'm gonna do... I'm just not huge on the switching out a... Because if I look at the games here, I guess this switches out one of the letters. This kind of switches out one of the letters. It's not super common. I guess this switches out two of the letters. I'm just not a huge fan of, like, suddenly one of the letters is a different... You're, like, reading it differently. Okay, I lied. I guess there's a good number of games that do the, like, let's switch out a letter with one of the things there. See, this is kind of tempting. Where it's just... I just don't have that second element there. I mean, if I add the graffiti, the doodles, so... A classic move. Yeah, switching out one of the letters. Yeah, I guess even Peglin here, that's one of the letters is switched out. Even Peak, that I said is a Peak thumbnail, has a letter switched out. But, how many switch out the first letter? How many switch out the first letter? That's the real question. Because this is a middle letter. Let's see. That's a middle letter. Those are middle letters. That's a middle letter that has a different color, and that's a middle letter there. That's a middle letter. So switching out a middle letter, but not switching out the first letter. It's like, this looks like it wants to do that. It looks like it wants to switch out the O with like a skull or something, and they just didn't. Because the O just looks like it's a different... Yeah, okay, Moon River with the O is something different. Deltarune, yeah, I guess even a classic like Deltarune has the, Yeah, it is literally a Pixar level classic. But, like I said, even Pixar is not switching out the first letter. So, maybe that's the thing that I'm fighting against, is that it's just not the first letter. Do they still do that? I haven't watched a Pixar movie in a bit. Because I feel like they haven't done the, like, switch out the lamp. Switch out the eye with the lamp in a bit. So I guess I could switch out, like, the L or some other element. I like the readability, though. So... I can see why you would want to do the first letter, though, because it does let you switch out the other, like, part of it, but... I just like the readability of not switching out the things. I'd rather have the interest. I don't know, like I said, even Peak with a Peak thumbnail does switch out one of the letters. Yeah, and then it's the question of, like, is there another thumbnail I can think of that I just absolutely love? Well, and the other problem is the slime is, Oh, speaking of games with slimes... Oh yeah, because I was looking at that too, where I was like, okay, if I look at Slime Rancher and I look at Slip and Slime. Yeah, Slip and Slime. I definitely need to add a bit more of emotion in the face of the slime. It's very dead right now, that it's just not, that very neutral face is not cutting it. I mean, if we're talking like classic, if I do like a complete side angle of the character, could do, what is it, Abbey Road? Oh, they didn't, I was thinking this was like a single image. Oh, this is a bunch of people replicating the same thing here. But I could do a complete side angle, and then I could have like buttons. Then I don't need to worry about the because then if I do the grid, yeah, what if I do like an Abbey Road kind of thing? Like over 3, I think. Like, wait. Maybe that's it. Okay, so don't rotate it that. Oops, no. That's okay. So don't rotate it that way. Or rather, I was like, zoom in on where the camera is, please. Okay, all of the elements got sideways for some reason. So let's rotate you 90. The lighting looks completely wrong. It's like it changed the background color completely in a way that's not really working, but okay, if I move everybody over a little bit. Check phone. Also, could you take a screenshot? Did you take a screenshot when the slime is in motion to show it too? I'm starting to like this Abbey Road idea. This very, like, Planet of Lana kind of look. Which I guess there is a precedent to it. No, not what I meant. Wait, because that's... Wait, Planet of Lana's even in their list of, like, that's a good thumbnail. It's at the very bottom. Yeah, there we go. Aha! Okay, so if Planet of Lana is in there as a good thumbnail. Yeah, I still don't know why the lighting in this scene is just wrong. Well, yeah, because the slime is all off, too. Okay, let's just take everybody. Bumper and Runestone? Oh, you're behind the character entirely, so maybe not the Runestone. The Bumper. The buttons. Or at least the visible buttons, because yeah, I was gonna say there's a bunch of not so visible buttons. So bumper and buttons. And the ball. There we go. Let me scooch everybody over to like there. And then we scooch the camera over. Okay, because they say Planet of Lana is good. Vast landscape, soft lighting, and distant planet. Give a sense of exploration. Well, it's funny, because this is another one where it's like, it's just a screenshot. You don't know what you mean? You don't know what I mean when I say Abbey Road? Like just a bunch of guys crossing the road at a profile view? Oh, they did a different version crossing train tracks. It definitely looks better with the road crossing. Wait, he doesn't have shoes on? I never noticed that. Not that I've ever really looked at the cover for Abbey Road much. Okay, the colors might be a little off. Okay, so now what if I do... I never did even try... like, I got to the point of making the camera to be completely face on, head on, and then never did see what it looks like. Okay, so now this camera angle is... -90. And by that, I mean -90. Okay, so what if I do just a straight on, like, profile view? It's probably a little close on this, but... And again, we're just gonna play the game. Phooey, I want the purple into the purple. Let's go this way then. Okay. So now if I hit let's roll. I think I kind of need to get rid of the arrows and stuff. And I need to zoom out the camera here. Oops. Okay, so something a little more like that. Maybe gotta copy that over. And okay, and then I gotta figure out a way to get the background looking correct. Just where it should be a little more like a UI element than I, Am I closing on something? Closing it on something? I don't know. Yeah, it's surprising that, like, on first blush, this feels huge. And then actually playing with it, it's like, no, wait a second. If you really want to hit, like, everything in a round and stuff, like the... I wonder if there's a way to get it to not recalibrate as much. Guess I could go around this way. Yeah, it's like if I want to hit everything, it is not easy. Oh, and then if I run it straight into that, I can't get out of there. And I hit everything but the one button. Okay, but then we do... Okay, yeah, no, I would need to stage the elements a bit more, but... maybe move the camera down and stuff, but... no, maybe this is working. Maybe doing... I don't know why the colors look so off. Now you're rotated to match the background or something? No, you're just rotated because of some unknown reason. Weird. Okay, so either I zoom the camera out or... I mean, this does hide the emotion on the character's face, because there is none. I don't have anything, and I don't... Okay, where's the... I Why does this look like it's not? Oh, that's why. Okay, that's fine. The logo seems kind of central, but the... Okay, no, I don't think the camera's fully centered. No, it's 3.5, right? No. So then if I move it over by 1, yeah, so that's halfway, so then 2, so then 3.5. Why does that not look right? Okay, why does 3 looks like it's directly in line there, and 2.5 doesn't look right, but 2? So I go 0, I go 2. Oh, so 4, duh. Okay, gonna sleep now, have a nice dream, good luck making an image for Plunk. Thank you, thank you. Is this working? Does this look like anything? I think it might be getting closer. Maybe I get rid of the bumper? The colors are off, but... And again, it's like the... And I kept looking at other, like, pinball games and stuff, too, and that was not entirely working either. And it's funny, because when I was looking up pinball games, it's like, oh look, Runix, Pinball Roguelike, which came out today. Yeah, July 13th. Do you like it, but are you gonna fix the lighting highlight on this line? Yeah, no, I'm just messing with the elements of the... I'm messing with the positioning of the elements on screen. I'm not messing with the... Yeah, okay, so they have a character and a ball. And then just do a ton of contrast. Composition, that's the word. I'm messing with the composition of the image, not the stuff. Yeah, like they said, the vast landscape. And the lighting stuff says like some kind of sense of wonder. And also the just like space there. Can you look and see what it would look like without the pipe in the image? Well, yeah, that was the thing I was thinking of getting rid of next. And process, like, just... I guess if I hide the buttons, and hide you, You said the pipe, and that's the one thing I got rid of last, but... Okay, so if I wanted to do a little more Planet of Lana, I could... zoom it out a bit more. Like the buttons in the bumper? Yeah, no, the pipe was just kind of being a pain, but... it's a different bumper. And if I look at Abbey Road again... Yeah, I mean, like, that's not a bad thumbnail either. And that is kind of what I'm ending up with here, is... maybe just the one button in front, because realistically it would have moved the one behind it. Well, realistically being like the way the game plays, it does hide the other buttons, yeah. Yeah, and it was like, Plunderoo very much is the same kind of game idea. And they did not, I think, come up with something that... Yeah, it kind of works. It's just the fact that they don't have a ball in this image at all is crazy to me. And then the fact that there's no moving ball in any of these images... Except for one screenshot. It's also crazy to me. Keep the one button? Well, it's just because of the... It's this dumb dad blasted mother flippin' thing here. Where it's like, it says simplify it to be like a character and then background elements kind of thing. Except Factorio. But Factorio is a factory game where it's like you need to show the factory kind of thing. And it's like, if I had this... I hate you good enemies or something. I guess I could do the slime off to the corner and then a button or something. Was it Backyard Baseball? Yeah, apparently Backyard Baseball came out. Or something. For some reason, Backyard Baseball is in the list here somewhere. Yeah, this. Oh, July 9th, okay. If you want to simplify, do one bumper and one button, remove the runestone, keep the slime central. I mean, which is what I have here. And I could move this button a little further to try to put it in the corner there. And then obviously I would need to take a screenshot of the game, like, running. I don't know, it almost needs some kind of background element that, like... Because there is a lot of background element here that, like, I don't have, so. You played backyard baseball as a child? No, I know this is a whole series, apparently. But, and people really like backyard baseball, but I've never played it. Oh, yeah, you like baseball. I think I played kind of very little. Okay, I've heard this too many times. I like this artist, which is why I let it run as long as I did, but when there's somebody just shouting, I'm not feeling it. Yeah, I was raised on baseball. I was raised on tennis. And racquetball, there we go. I was like, it's not wall ball. No, I've heard this much, too much too. What was that one metal? Yeah, this. Because they released something new. Yeah. Ben put in so many of those metal recommendations, and I just did not get into it. And then he put this, and I was like, you know, actually. Played that like 25 years ago, and now feel old. Yep. I don't know, there's some background elements missing. Yeah, I mean, like, this is pretty good. But again, there's also a find an object to place here. No, I think it would really just be... that you like? Though I feel the button should be in the square adjacent to the slime. Are you talking Brainoid's image? Because I could try this, I would say, real quick, too. I kind of like the Abbey Road idea, but that also just doesn't... Because it's a slime, I feel like it doesn't get the motion. Like this, you can see the motion of the image because... you know, it's people walking, but... So you don't like the other one? You like the changes that I made? Well, and see, the problem is, like, the image that I'm kind of running off of here with this Planet of Lana, they say it's like a sense of wonder, and that's not really what I'm hitting here, so... Just move the button over. You mean back to where it was? Or... I thought you said move the button. I feel like there's some background elements here that are missing here, though, when it's like this. Get rid of the other one? You mean the bumper? I'm like, there's only one button. There's 3 elements on the screen now. There is the slime, the button, and the bumper. I guess if I fix the colors, that would help. Okay, let's try... Oh, that's the one problem with listening to this. Is having to go back to this. Okay, this isn't... I don't really feel like purchasing music right now. Already got rid of it? I already did the thing? Oh, I was... Wow. I put my phone... Okay, I will answer you in a second. Stream Deck? Stream Deck, you're not working. I was getting used to it. Okay, I am kaput. It's gonna say that for every single one of these, isn't it? Give me some WMD. There we go. Some nice chill music to end the stream. What was I testing here? Because that is what I was doing, right? I was testing something. Yeah, okay, this was kind of a question of, like, if you do that just head on. No, you have to have an actual face on the slime. Why the dogs are barking as soon as I came back on chilled out. I don't know if the dogs bark because they hear me either. I feel like you can't tell what anything is. Always with the, right when I'm like getting close to the end. Also, hello, thank you for the raid. This is a new name. Seems new to me. How was your stream? What were you up to? Hope it was fun. I hope it was more successful than what I've been having. I don't know. Have I not had success? Not really. There's been a lot of just hand-wringing and consternation about it's just not working. I'm just not getting a thumbnail going. Okay, I can creep on this later. Later. Don't be giving me that right now. Okay. But, like I said, I hope your stream went well. I hope you had fun. And now, here I go. Just getting frustrated with this whole process of trying to come up with a thumbnail that I think kind of works. And it's just not happening. Okay, I think this will make it feel like it needs less of a background if these are not here. I lied. That kind of loses all sense of exploration, and that there's some other things you can do in the game. So now what if I do a whole bunch of them? And then this is just the end of a long series of... Actually, that is an idea. So what if I do instead... Because I did have a second bumper, so if I rotate you like that, and then I have another one back here like so. I let like so. Maybe 8 probably. And then I do another one over here. To give a sense of... Okay, these probably do need to just be even numbers. So 8 there, 6 there, and 6 there. Okay. What if I do the... No, the pipe is gonna just complicate things. I could do the pipe... So instead of this bumper, I could do a pipe here instead. Yeah, keep this one. Do a new one, I guess. And scoot it over this way. I lied this way. So that'll get a little bit more motion. What if I do it all the way in the back? So I do like this, and Scoochie you all the way back. And then what if I bring the camera this way and do it on this edge? And then we scooch everybody over here. So 0? Yes. And then you, I don't think are even at all. Yeah, no. So 0. And 4. Although I guess you're not gonna necessarily need to be exactly in the right spot, because it's supposed to look like it's moving. That seems a little odd. Point 0.5 is probably going to be too much. No, it is. Okay. And then maybe just a -8. Point 0.5? No, I guess the 0.3 was correct. Weird. I lied. That seems like it's too much. So maybe scooch it back to where it was. Okay, well then I could do the other direction as well and just kind of shrink this some more the other way and do like that. And that. And that. Thank you, thank you. I might actually get caught up on third shift now. Since I will be employed. And, will be going back to listening to podcasts, most likely. Because I am hella behind. I never even posted in the Discord. Like, that was the thing I meant to post, is that I went to Nerdvana. I didn't even post it. But I went to Nerdvana and I kind of, I stopped by the offices of Gearbox, which felt a little awkward because it was like, clearly this is just an office, but I'm like, it's literally attached to the same building as Nerdvana. I'm like a minute away. I have to at least try. And then we showed up too late to even see anybody, but it was like, well, the receptionist desk looks nice. Wait, I had that photo in my downloads, didn't I? For some reason. In my pictures? Oh yeah, because of the Patreon. Yeah, there's me at Nerdvana. I went to Nerdvana and I had to wear my Borderlands swag. Obviously, there's me and my girlfriend there, so... Yeah, I took so many pictures of me at Gearbox. I didn't feel like I was at Gearbox. I was just at the locked doors to the front office, which, like I said, just felt awkward. Okay, wait, did I not have any? Oh, you sucketh. I had it scrolled to where I wanted it, and then I clicked. Yeah, the National Video Game Museum was cool, too. I was all in that one day, wasn't it? Yeah, there we go. There's Nerdvana. Oh, did they actually catch me? No, that's somebody else. Oh, that is... I know who that is. But... Yeah, so it felt like I went to Gearbox. It's like, it felt like I visited Gearbox, kind of. But this is as close as I got. Was there like, here's the receptionist desk. Not, like I said, not that they would have. It just would have been nice to at least talk to a receptionist and be like, hey, I made this poster with a bunch of Borderlands characters. Okay, but yeah, Nerdvana is really cool. It was expensive. It was not cheap, but boy, it was a fun date. It's a cool place. And they do have a good number of Borderlands, like, things, just even at Nerdvana, to nerd out about. Like, it's, oh, there's multiple different versions of Claptrap, but it's like, oh, there's a pink Claptrap, and it was cool. Yeah, it was just funny that it was like, oh, I'm visiting my friend in Texas. Do you have anything you want to do in Texas? I was like, wait, Frisco? I know something I want to do in Frisco, Texas. Oh, and I'm like, there's no life in this image. Well, of course, because the game is not running. And even if I run the game, it's not. Okay, but if I can stage this... I also don't know how I screwed up the camera so bad here. But if I can stage the game like this, maybe that'll work as a logo. Because this will have that line renderer that'll show, here's the path here. And it'll have the bounce animations and the particle effects and stuff. Well, it's like technically it'd be coming out of like a starter pipe. But again, it's not taking a screenshot of the game. It is trying to show the core concept and the core fun of the game in a screenshot, which does not require. Did I not make this starter pipe into a prefab? That's okay, whatever. This could kind of work as like a main menu at least. Well, it could definitely work as a loading bar if I just attach the the camera to the side of the slime and then have it roll. I don't know. Is this working? Would you click on this game if you saw this screenshot? Or this thumbnail? Well, like I said, something like Marble World. Marble Made? Yeah, okay, I guess I am doing this kind of thing, where it's like, here's the marble in the front, and then I don't really have a background element. Yeah, so many of these are two word things that say, it's about marbles and about a world. Here's the world, here's the marbles. A single name. Oh, that is... okay, I don't know why. It's just because it said pinball. Whoops. Okay, is this working? I still don't know. Oh, if I add the doodles, that should help. That'll get just a little bit more background. Is that a prefab? The doodles? No. Is that under the other main camera thing? I should have just cut it off. Oh, well, that definitely fixes the lighting and stuff. Where's the flippin'... Okay, wait. The doodles are not built into the main camera? Wait. Do you also have lighting built in? Is that what's happening here? It doesn't look like it, but somehow... Is it the physics raycaster? Is it... What of these things is... Okay, so back to you. Did this main camera change the... No, it's the same brick material. It just looks entirely different. And I know if I move it, it's not gonna look the same. If I rotate... I guess if I rotate everything into the light... So if I take this scene... Or I just rotate the light. It's like, wait a flippin' second. Okay, it is pointed... What does the main scene light look like? So is this light pointed directly at the... pretty much, I think. We're gonna just do this. Just prefab the light, prefab the camera. And then when I go back over here, I can just grab the light. And then get rid of... Okay, so now I need to take this whole scene and rotate the entire thing so that it's facing that, basically. Okay, yeah, you have the background and the doodles and stuff. Okay, where's the other... Oh, I did turn off this camera, didn't I? Why does the camera... Yeah, make it look... It's not the orthographic bit, it's just the lighting, right? Oh, this is everything. This is the whole level. It's not the logo though, right? Because the logo's under here with this background. Okay, so if I put the logo under the level instead, and then hide that background. And then I put you under main camera 2. And then zero it out. That did not have the desired effect at all. Oh, it's because it's this camera. Oh. Because I put it into the wrong camera. Okay, the level going under this camera. Okay, wait. That's really what it is. This, and this, and this. Oh, bugger off. Okay, copy these. Put it under this camera. Then... copy... component to... this camera. Why? Why did the... Why is the orthographic... The orthographic changes the color of it. Or something. It just doesn't look nearly as nice. Color-wise. Why is that flatten the colors in that way? So didn't I have the logo? Oh, okay, it just needs to be pulled out of the background. Or just barely. Yeah, okay, I like the doodles in terms of adding some kind of background element without taking away from anything. And again, the lighting seems off, and somehow changing the camera to be orthographic gets me the right color and stuff. But that's a way to, like... No, I think I need it to be perspective, but... And like I said, I don't know how I screwed up the shine on the slime. Okay, the two problems being the color in the background is just not right. And then really I just need to be able to... Well, it's like I need to play the game. I need to hit play, have the slime hit this stuff. I don't know. Well, it's just, like I said, getting closer to a working thumbnail at least. I almost feel like I want something else in this, because there's this in this corner. I could just do another bumper if I really wanted to have another element. Yeah, and then if I, well, no, if I play the game, if I just omit the arrow, that'll help. The long shadows are not doing it for me. It's just weird that the orthographic gives it an entirely different color, and a color that I like better. It's like, that is what I want it to look like. Did this have the light? Somebody somewhere has the light, right? Wait, do you have anything of importance? No, not anymore. Okay, and then if I take that out, that is the lighting in the scene. Okay, because I had that as lights. Okay, that lights it correctly. Which would then say this light. Is there two light? Wait, when I turn this on, is there another light? Is that what's happening? Is there another light? Oh, there's a post-processing layer. Ah. I wonder if the post-processing layer is what's doing that. But this is definitely closer if I have two lights, which really just means I need to change the intensity of one of these lights. Okay, not the one I wanted to. You're the one I wanted to get rid of. There we go. Then it's really just telling me. Okay, you are pointed directly at the thing. So if I just up the intensity of it? No, because it's giving me those long shadows. that I'm not a huge fan of. Man, the both of y'all are actually not doing too bad. But you're cutting weird shadows across it, right? Yes. No. You're cutting weird shadows? If I rotate it. Yeah, it's like I wanted to hit the background. No, okay, it's the other one here that is... Well, it does make me wonder if I just kind of... I would say double the things, but it's like, nah. Just increase the intensity. Yeah, the straight down is a bit much. And if it's pointed directly at the background, like that's... kind of giving the right color for the background. Just not a big fan of the shadows that it's casting. Yeah, like those shadows are pretty good. But now it's too intense. But then the background's too dark. Let's bust out another one, and then this one cuts weird shadows across everything. Actually, no, it doesn't. Ooh, maybe that's it. I don't know if I like the shadows there. There we go, a little less shadow on everything. Okay, now I just need to figure out what in the heck happened to this slime. Or what the heck happened to... Okay, this metal. Isn't that... That's what it had, though, right? Guess there is two different metals. No, but that's... You defaults to having... eye mask and metal as the body. Except in this scene, and only this scene, because all the other ones seem to be fine, but for in this scene... Is it this box volume? Is it something on the camera? Shoot. Well, and I think if I templated it, I don't think that would do it either. I mean, the intense lights probably are not helping much. If I get rid of the shiny chrome on it, or rather, if I just figure out how to do the reflections correctly, maybe that's all I really need. Oh, because it's saying grid ball's gonna show up wrong too, and the decorative one's gonna show up wrong. Weird. Do I want to tackle reflections right now? Probably should not, because it's 9 o'clock! Wait a second! I gotta go to bed. Everybody wake up. Because I, again, shouted something. Okay, yep. I will figure out the reflection of the slime some other day. So then hopefully this will look better. And then I can really see if... I guess this does kind of give... It's like, it feels like I need another button or something. It feels like this side of the screen is weighted with more stuff here because... Well, and I could get rid of this other bumper. But the reason I added it was because... This corner felt kind of empty with this here. Which would then say maybe the button. If I scooch the button over. No, I need the button a little more central because that's a kind of a key piece. The dog slept through that bit loud. I was surprised too. I was quite surprised that it's already 9 o'clock. So, I scared myself. What if I do a button that's been pressed behind it? And I know you said that's not how that works, but again, I can take whatever reason I want with the game. Or with the depiction of the game. Wait, wasn't there a 2? There we go. Yeah, okay, this camera angle is very tilted. That's okay. That gives a slight more balance of visual elements. And like I said, I don't know if this other bumper... Maybe that was the issue. Maybe I just wanted to balance the visual elements. And now I'm like, ooh, we can add the runestone in again. I don't need literally everything in the flippin' screenshot. And probably should not have everything in the flippin' screenshot. Yeah, okay, that hides too much. At least put it a square back so it's not where the slime should have hit it. You're very insistent on, like, it should look like the game. I was like, you saw these other these other thumbnails. As you can tell, none of these other thumbnail, like, that's not a screenshot of the game. Like, that's not a screenshot of the game. Yeah, none of these are screenshots of the game. It does not need to be accurate to what the game is. But I suppose if you really want me to give it a go, I can do that. And that. But then it begs the question as to what are the buttons doing there. So, you know, but you like it for the composition. Well, there's the buttons, not, I guess if I popped the 3 up. But then they look kind of small and not like a necessary part of the thing. I mean, yeah, the balance of this is a little off, but that's okay. Just move the red one? We were just talking about the balance of the composition. You want me to just move the red one, and then do you want me to pop up the red one too? Nah. I like it balanced. Okay, wait. You didn't mention popping up the red one. You said just move it. So, if I just move it. But then it would be popped up anyway. It would not be squished. I'm gonna stop messing with it. It's 9 o'clock and I need to go to bed. I got stuff to do tomorrow. I don't know how pressing it is, but I got stuff to do tomorrow. Okay, in terms of this Steam capsule guide, visual hierarchy, there is a clear title integration, I guess. Effective depth layering. Okay, is there clear title integration? Sure. Is there a clear visual hierarchy? Yes. These are background elements, these are foreground elements. Does your eye get guided through this scene in any way? No, not at all. And there are no subtle supporting elements. I think the title is pretty readable, at least. Ugh. Do you want... Okay. I am thinking about cutting off the stream here anyway, but... Oh, and then my stream deck is not working. Okay, I will be back. Okay, I'm a sleepy, I'm a tired. And also, ain't nobody here, right? I might be kind of too tired to do any kind of raid or anything either. 5? Okay, well. Let's go dump on the dog or something? I don't know. And go, and crash into the stream. The car crash as the raid is kind of fantastic. There's some software and game development there. I was gonna say, I saw some solid plasma here. Anti-gen AI roguelike. Oh, yeah, because art attack, yeah. Okay, yeah, I am immediately just gonna raid. Oh, Pagorli's not here. It was like Pagorli Bot has been here for a while, but... Okay, I sleepy. I can give tomorrow to look at this and say whether or not this works as a thumbnail. It doesn't. It still doesn't work as a thumbnail. I like the logo, though. I'm happy with the logo. Okay, but I'll look at it tomorrow and give it a thought. It does too, it looks good. You're so supportive. Brainoid's gonna come back and say, like, no, that composition does not work. It does not have any kind of motion to it to guide the eye. It does not have any... I guess Factorio doesn't guide your eye anywhere either. Yeah, there's no emotion though. I think that's the other problem. I guess Potion Craft here does not have any and I guess what is the emotion of guy and bike? Okay, no, like I said, I just need to sleep on it. I just need to sleep on it and come back. Okay, but let's go check out Solid Plasma and see what's up with Art Attack. Okay, but I should be back tomorrow. I don't think I have anything major going on. Oh, and then definitely I'll be back. I'll be around for GMTK Game Jams. So yeah, I'm going to be back to streaming again regularly for a while. Yeah, I don't have anything major going on for the next week. And then it's GMTK. So yeah, I'll be streaming for the next couple weeks. Okay, but goodbye, good night, good luck. Thanks for stopping by. Have fun sleeping. Bye. I guess I gotta hit raid first. I am tired. I am not here. 6, and then somebody mysterious joins in the raid right at the end. Okay, but goodbye, good night, good luck. Thanks for stopping by. Have fun sleeping. Oh, I guess it is mac and cheese day tomorrow. Hey, I could stream, I don't know. Maybe I'll stream anyway. Okay, but I'm leaving. Goodbye, good night, good luck. Thanks for stopping by. Have fun sleeping. Bye.